Hi, this is Billy Taylor, and welcome to the Worshiphouse Author Webinar. Thank you for joining me, and I hope this time will be informational to you. Our mission here at Worshiphouse is to expand the kingdom of God by helping authors and pastors and teachers expand their message through ebooks and digital downloads. It's been said that writing a book is the first big challenge, but getting that book into people's hands is even a larger challenge. If you're like me, I know a number of writers who still have a garage or closet full of their books because even though they wrote a great book, they didn't know how to market that book. And we at Worshiphouse are here to help with that. When it comes to publishing your book, you have three basic options. First is you can get signed with a major publisher. Now, this is great if you can get signed. But signing with a major publisher today, unless you're a pastor of a megachurch or lead a national ministry, is almost impossible. You need to be ready for a lot of rejection and an incredibly long time frame. Your second option is to work with an author service company. Now, there are a lot of these companies around. Basically, they help you produce your book and get your book on the major buyers list. And then they offer you a discount on books that you buy to sell yourself. Now, I'm not against these companies, but you need to understand that you will usually wind up spending a lot of money to have your name listed with 1 million other authors on a books available to buy list, and then a handful of personal copies. Now, a lot of authors are going with the third option, and that's to be self-published. The main thing you must remember here is that self-publishing means just that. You are the publisher. You have greater freedom and greater opportunities, but you are 100% in charge. So there's a large learning curve, a lot to be done. Now, before we get into where Worshiphouse fits into all this, I want to talk with you about something amazing that's going on right now all around us. You might say there is a not-so-quiet revolution going on today. It's being led by three major companies, Amazon, Apple, and Barnes & Noble. These three companies are literally changing the world around us. The revolution I'm talking about is ebooks. The day Amazon released the first Kindle, thousands had already been pre-ordered. People slept outside of Apple stores when they released the iPad 1 and the iPad 2. As of the summer of 2011, Apple had sold over 25 million iPads and over 200 million iPhones, iTouches, and the rest, all with the iBookstore software. It's estimated that the number of ebook readers sold will increase this holiday season by 25%. And if you've been to Best Buy or any other electronic retailers lately, you can't help but notice the big displays of ebook readers. Every Barnes & Noble store has a large Nook display area. Nook is Barnes & Noble's e-reader. Now, speaking of Barnes & Nobles, today they are selling more ebooks than physical books on their online store. Amazon says that they are selling 3 ebooks to every hardcover book and 115 ebooks for every 100 paperback books. The bottom line is that they're selling more ebooks than physical books. It's estimated that there are over 30 million ebook buyers in the United States alone. And one of the exciting things that we will talk about later is ebooks are global. A person in Hong Kong can buy your ebook just as easy as a person can in downtown Los Angeles or in Nowhere, Kansas. So without going into too much detail, hopefully I've opened your eyes to the potential of converting your book into an ebook. And that is exactly what lots of self-published authors are doing today. Once you've created your ebook, Amazon makes it fairly easy to get your book listed in their bookstore. But now here's the problem. Amazon literally has millions of books. Now, when you go to Amazon, you're presented with a front page that lists the bestsellers based on your purchase history. The problem with being an independent author listed on Amazon is that you'll never make the front page, or the second page, or the third page, or the fourth page. I call this being lost in Amazon. A good friend of mine has a couple of books listed on Amazon. They're both pretty good books. But do you think they will ever show up on the front page of Amazon? Never. Remember, Amazon has literally millions of books available. And the chances of someone stumbling across your book on Amazon is pretty small. So let's get back to Worshiphouse. Worshiphouse can convert your book into an ebook. At the time of this webinar, we're running a special for the first 50 authors. For a limited time, we will convert your book to an ebook, upload it, and list it on Worshiphouse.com free of charge. This would normally cost between $150 and $250. We want to sign as many authors as quickly as possible, so we're offering to convert your ebook into an ebook format. Actually, 2 ebook formats, one for the Kindle and one for the iPad, iPhone, Nook, and all the other e-readers. Even if all you have is the physical copy of your book, we, for a limited time, will convert that to an ebook free of charge. Once converted, it will be made available for purchase and download on the worshiphouse.com site. Secondly, Worship House is going to help you get the word out about your book through a weekly e-newsletter that goes out to everyone on our mailing list. Now, here's the cool thing about Worship House. We ask all of our authors to promote their book on Worship House. And as you promote your book on Worship House, you will be promoting other Christian authors, and they will be promoting you. So here's how it works. We take your book and convert it into an ebook. You promote your book on your church website, your ministry website, Facebook, Twitter, and your friends and followers. As people come to Worship House to get your book, they will see and be introduced to other Christian ebooks. Worship House only carries Christian books. To make it worthwhile for you, every person that you send to Worship House, when they make a purchase, you'll receive a 10% commission. Now, here's the exciting part. While you are sending people to Worship House, other authors are doing the same, and their people are discovering your book. Not only that, but if you have more than 3 books listed on Worship House, we'll create a special category page just for your products where you can link directly into them. Plus, your books and teaching are now available globally. Someone can purchase and download your ebook or your teaching on the other side of the world. So you may be asking, how do I get paid? All Worship House authors receive a 70% commission on their ebook sales and 10% commission on sales that come from their affiliate links. Once a quarter, Worship House sends a royalty check to all their authors with a royalty over $25. If your royalty is below that, it will be rolled over to the next pay period. Now there's one other thing. Worship House can also distribute your audio teaching. CD sets, teaching sets, even old cassettes can be converted, cleaned up, and then provided as digital downloads to anyone in the world. Now, you may have a couple of questions, and let's see if I can answer them for you. What type of contract or commitment do you require? Well, that's a great question. Worship House is non-exclusive. That means if you want to pursue a contract with a major publisher or anyone else, you can still do that. There's no time commitment on our contracts. If you decide to do something else, just let us know. The only restriction that we have on our contract is, for obvious reasons, you can't take our created ebooks and sell them on other sites. However, we do provide a conversion service that provides you with ebook files that you can use, but that's a separate service. How long does it take to get my book up on your site? Well, that depends on the number of books we have in our system at any given time, but usually less than 2 weeks. Do you sell physical books as well? No, we only do digital downloads. Okay, what do I need to do to get started? Well, that's the best question of all. All you need to do is to go to our website at worshiphouse.com and click on the Becoming an Author button. Complete the form on the website, and an informational email, including a contract, will be sent to you. After that, you will send either your data files or physical book to us, and we'll get started on getting your resources up on worshiphouse.com. Well, that pretty much finishes our time together. If you have additional questions, you can email me at billy@worshiphouse.com, BILLY @worshiphouse.com, or call us at 817-428-5994. Thanks again for being part of this webinar, and I will look forward to hearing from you, answering all your questions, and getting your book and resources out to the world. Again, this is Billy Taylor for Worshiphouse.com, and thank you for attending.